For me and my family, we are starting a keto / carnivore, or ketovore as some like to call it, lifestyle. We've eaten this way in the past and it just makes us feel so much better. We started our journey a month ago and so far I have lost 10 pounds. My husband has lost 23. The swelling in my feet has gone down and altogether we just feel so much better. I know this lifestyle isn't for everyone and that is completely okay. Today I want to talk to you about how to save money buying meat. I feel like people think when you eat whole foods, like a lot of meat and dairy and the fruits that you can eat on some of these diets, that it can be pretty pricey, but it does not have to be. I'm sharing with you 4 money saving tips on how you can save, eat good on the keto, carnivore, or just any lifestyle together with buying meat. Tip 1, weekly sales. Stores like H-E-B and Kroger and all the affiliated stores have these little pamphlets right inside their doors, and each week you can go through. Like this week at my local Kroger, pork spare ribs are $1.77 a pound. Going through this first and making your list before you go to the store will definitely help you save money. And that is another side tip, make a list before you go. I've talked about this in the past and y'all know I do reverse meal planning. See what you have in your freezers and fridge first, write that down and plan your meals based on that. My local Kroger has a whole selection for discounted meats. Sometimes it can be hit or miss, but I did get really lucky one time and I found fillets for $10 each. A great time to stock up on meats is during the holidays. Turkey and ham are great and cheap options to stock up on. For the turkey, you can use the entire thing and make bone broth out of it. This way you get even more nutrition. Learning how to debone your own chicken will also save you money. If you have the ability to go hunting or fishing, I would highly recommend doing so. You can get so much meat from a deer and there is nothing better than fresh fish. My favorite is a flounder. You can stuff it with crab meat, crawfish, peppers. I'm telling you, if you've never tried it, you are truly missing out. Tip number 2 is to invest in a food saver. This is the one I got for Christmas. The one that I had last time was just a regular brand food saver. This saves me so much money in the long run. You can buy the bigger thing of hamburger meat and divide it into servings and freeze it. This helps me a lot with my husband away for work. I don't have to defrost 3 pounds of hamburger meat. I can just grab the individual servings and it keeps me from wasting. If you have the space to get an extra freezer, you can stock up a lot more on meat sales. With the extra freezer space, you can get with a local farmer and purchase a cow. My sister's family has done this for the past 2 years. The upfront cost can be a little expensive, but the money it saves over time is totally worth it. Make sure you are picking up fattier cuts of meat. Using tip number 1, you might be able to find the ribeyes and pricier cuts of meat to treat yourself every once in a while. More budget-friendly options would be things such as a chuck roast or even ground up pork for $1.99, and I picked up a couple of these while I was in. Chicken, we want to choose dark meat, like chicken thighs. Drumsticks and wings are great. Even though the wings don't have as much meat, fat is what keeps you full. Tip number 4 goes hand in hand with tip number 3. Eating fattier cuts of meat and protein will keep you sustained longer throughout the day. You won't need to buy a lot of snacks and you won't have as many meals throughout the day. Staying fuller for longer, you can actually cut down to 2 to even 1 meal a day as long as you're getting enough nutrients and you're drinking plenty of water to stay hydrated. Fasting and skipping breakfast is a great way to save money, and for some people it actually helps them lose weight. Now let's talk about different prices of meats at my local stores right now. Of course, this will vary depending on store. If you're still figuring out your grocery budget or you don't have a lot of money to spend, ground beef is a great protein option. It's cheap and inexpensive. Brisket is another great protein option. This will spread out between a couple meals depending on how large your family is, and if you need some recipe ideas, Pinterest is jam-packed full of them. You can also do so much with pork chops, like my cream cheese jalapeno pork chops. I'll leave a link to that one down below. Getting a pork tenderloin and cutting your own pork chops will also save you money, and this provides a decent amount of meat. I've also really been getting into adding shrimp to my meals. I'll leave a link down below of the recipes that I've made so far. I just pick up a bag of the frozen extra large shrimp from my local Walmart. Now I know some people on the carnivore diet do eat organ meats like chicken hearts or chicken livers, and I've never done that, nor do I personally think I will be doing it, but it is another option to get some more protein in. Here's a bonus tip. If you don't like going to the store, subscription boxes like Butcher Box is a great option to try out some new meats. They have custom or curated plans. We're gonna go ahead and put together a custom plan. So you're just gonna hit the next, choose box size, and I'm just gonna go with their standard classic box. This says I'm gonna get 9 to 14 pounds of high quality meat. I'm gonna choose some of the meats that I don't normally pick up at my store. Some more pricier options. I love flat iron steaks, so I'm just gonna add one of those to my box. Let's go ahead and add in a beef brisket. And then for our chicken, we're gonna do a whole chicken. That way we can debone it. And then for our pork, I love ground pork sausage. And let's add some bacon. I am gonna go ahead and skip the seafood. And then down here they have more options. I'm gonna pick up 1 pound of ground bison. And here's a little bit of more add-ons that you can do. They have gluten-free chicken nuggets. They have breaded chicken strips. They give you options of $2 off your flank steak. I'm gonna go ahead and skip all of this and just go next and then hit proceed to checkout. Yes, that is a little bit pricier, but like I said, these are some of the meats that I don't normally pick up at my store, and this is a great option if you want to try some new meats that you don't normally see. Honestly, even without doing these diets, these are still amazing tips on how to save buying meats. Let me know in the comments down below how you save, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to get recipes on how to use these meats.